All right, everybody, this is Dr. Imfan Akpan. Thank you for joining in. And I say this a lot. We're in an exciting time. And I wanted to talk about ChatGPT 5.2. And just to put things in perspective, 4 weeks ago, ChatGPT or OpenAI released ChatGPT 5.1. So within 4 weeks, we've gotten a new flagship model, and uh, I can't say, is it a game changer? I mean, we will see. And the whole discussion is that this model is to be the answer to Gemini 3, which has propelled Gemini's model to getting what is it? 600 million monthly active users and against OpenAI's 800 million. So the gap or that lead that OpenAI has is slowing down. So when we go on to the OpenAI blog and we look at product, we get the whole 5.2 rollout. And this was yesterday. So I'm recording this 12/12. This was actually yesterday. And from what we're seeing here, the enterprise users are saying that AI saves them 40 to 60 minutes a day. So that's about an hour a day. And then heavy users say it saves them more than 10 hours a week. So if you think about that, those minutes and hours over the weeks, months, years, they add up to a lot of value. The big challenge is how do we quantify that? We do have some evaluations, and these are really comparing it to the model that we had 4 weeks ago that was released, the GPT 5.1. So essentially, this is ChatGPT versus ChatGPT. So I'm curious to see where it stands versus Gemini 3 and other models. You know, the Claude Sonnet 4.5. So I'm very curious about that. If you're looking at the ARC AGI 1, which is it's at 86.2, and then GPT 5.1 was at 72.8, that's very interesting. But when you look at the ARC AGI 2, there's a nice leap between this model and the last model, 52.9% versus 17.6. And you got to remember, this was the AGI test, and models were getting really good at this test. So they actually changed the test and made it harder. So that's what the ARC AGI 2 is. It's a harder so essentially, models were getting really good. So as you can see on the ARC AGI 1, it's already at 86.2%. And now it's at the new test, it's at 52.9%. So very interesting, comparing against itself, which I think is good because we do see progression, right? So looking at this, when it talks about knowledge work tasks, you know, it's getting over this expert level at about 50%. So I think that is interesting. So it's really trying to show us how it can perform and what it can do. So we can look at some of the tables that it was creating. It gives us some of the workflows and sample prompts. We look at coding. One thing for sure is that when we look at look at the Hollywood card builder. When we look at the the benchmarks, they're improving. You know, like it or not, the models, the technology is getting better and better. So we are definitely seeing that. Um, I think, just going through this is showing how the model is, I mean, shining, how things are improving. I'm only wondering if this is actually like a go between. So 5.2, we're getting this, and they're actually going to release something bigger in March. And I say that because the normal cadence is every 3 months to release a new model. So I'm anticipating that at least by March, we'll receive another model, which is very exciting. I also anticipate we'll see another release from Gemini, a new model coming out from Gemini that will even raise the stakes even higher than what they did with Gemini 3.0. So I didn't see this. This talks about advanced science and math with GPT 5.2. So there's a paper here that talks about the science and math. So I think this is interesting. I haven't seen this, so I haven't gone through this at all. I don't know who Mark Selka and Stephen Yin are, but it's interesting to take a look at this. I think I'll look at that. So it's improving in frontier math. So you look at science questions, 5.1 and 88.1%, GPT 5.2 Pro, 93.2%. I mean, we're getting close to that 100% mark here. So, and these are case studies. So I think this is interesting to take a look at, and they're really giving us they're selling their case for why their model is better and superior than their previous model, which I think many people were disappointed with the way it was performing in the rollout. And I've had a chance to work with this model a little bit. It seems to be, it seems to be pretty good. I wasn't really impressed with Gemini 3, just to tell you. Nano Banana, I do my thumbnails and things with Google. But again, out of fairness, I'm a business user with OpenAI, and I'm a free user with all the other models. So in fairness, I don't really get to, put them out on the open road and really see how they're working. So I'm just curious what you think about ChatGPT 5.2. I know it's rolled out to paid subscribers. So if anybody is a paid subscriber, let me know what you think about it. I'm interested to really know. Make sure you click that button, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the content. Is there anything you want to see, would like me to talk about? I'm happy to do that.